Good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic Monday. I am very excited to be here for my monthly live video update. I hope you've all had a really good October school holiday with your kids. So today I have a giveaway for a Paw Patrol hamper. You can jump in the discussion in the comments and I'll announce a winner towards the end of the video. So Paw Patrol, the mighty movie, came out on Friday. I just want to get the link. I've got a link for that. Let me just pop here. Just giving you some information about the movie. And good morning, Nadia, Vicky, Lefixo. I'm sorry, I see you every live video and I can never pronounce your name. Danielle, nice to see you all. Nadia, so exciting. Yeah, Paw Patrol, it's like always a huge hit. My son was absolutely crazy about it. I'm not sure how much he's into it at the moment. He's now 9, so turning 10, so he might be a little bit old for that. Angelique, good morning. Anthea, good morning. Debbie, hi. Ooh, Yolanda, wow, it's coming in fast and furious. Aruna, Natasha, good morning. Awesome. So let's just have a look what I've got on my plan for today. Yeah, the winner of the September 2023 Kabuki Top Fan Hamper. Let me just go back to the comments and see if she's here this morning yet. Let's see. No, I don't see her yet. Monique, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Sonkile, good morning. Okay, so the winner of the September 2023 Kabuki Top Fan Hamper is Jodine Buerta. I'll be sending you an email a bit later on today. Yeah, I'm feeling very out of it. I'll explain to you all why shortly. Cool. So I'm going to go on to my October 2023 Kabuki Top Fan Hamper. This is now live on my website. Let me get you the link. So that is on my monthly update blog post. You want to know how can, whoa, where's that comment gone? How can one win one of these cool hampers? If you're talking about the Paw Patrol hamper, I've got a live giveaway for a Paw Patrol hamper now. And I have a competition on my website. Oh, yeah, it's actually, I just shared the link to the blog post, which is about the Paw Patrol movie. And I'm just going to add it in again. I am giving away 2 hampers on that blog post, so you can enter there. If you're talking about one of the cool hampers, the Kabuki Top Fan hampers, that is where you enter on my website. That is the one where I just shared the link. When the October 2023 hamper, I'll pop that in again for you. Cool. Yeah. So the October 2023 hamper is Porcupine Ridge Wine, Spa Lavender Foam Bath, and Hader Labo Eye and Mouth Area Corrector Cream. I love this stuff because I'm 44. I'm starting to get all these little wrinkles around my mouth, and this really helps. And a Happy Event Firming Cream, Mint Crisp, because it's my favorite, a Terrific Naturals Jelly Foot Treatment, and a journal from the Papery. This one is so cool. It is 160 blank cream pages, and it's got such a cute little cat on the front. I love the Papery. So I just want to chat quickly about, let's have a look. Oh, do I even have it here? No, I don't. I don't have a banner for it. So I'll just take that banner off. Happy Event has just extended its range beyond only stretch marks. So Happy Event, they've got this firming cream, and I've just popped a link in for you guys to go and have a look at their new product. It is 100% natural body oil, and I'm super stoked and excited because mine should be arriving tomorrow to try out. And then we're going to be doing a live giveaway as well for one of those. That will be in my next monthly live video. And then Hayden Labour has also is bringing out a new product. They haven't actually sent me the press release yet, but they're bringing out a suntan lotion. I'm looking forward to that. It is the right time of year. And then Oxy South Africa, that I've worked with a number of times, they are bringing out 2 new products, which I'm also going to be receiving soon. It is a face wash and vitamin C serum. So I'm going to be receiving all of that to test and try out. And I'm sure there's going to be a number of giveaways to go along with that. So I'm really, really, really super stoked and excited. And I just want to remind everybody that there are awesome cashback offers from Snap and Save. Let me just have a look over there, our banner up. So if you don't know, Snap and Save is a cashback business. So you get cashback on your shopping. You go into the app, you check what offers are available, you book your offers, do your shopping, snap your till slip and claim it. And then you get cashback in your Snap and Save wallet. And then I can't remember what the minimum cash out amount is, but you can get, you get the money paid into your bank account, which is super exciting. And I am collaborating with them where you can get an extra 5% cash back on all of your offers if you sign up through my link. And if you are a new, you've got to be a new customer, then check out my link, sign up through there. You get an extra 5% cash back on all of your offers, and I get 5% back on whatever you make. So I'm like, boom. They've got awesome cashback stuff at the moment. There's like 30 Rand back on Pampers, Sudocreme. I can't remember how much back on Sudocreme. What else was there? 150 gram chocolate Cadbury's. You get money back on that. I'm trying to think what else they've got at the moment that's really good. Nachos, bananas, eggs, milk, bread. I'm trying to think. I know there was a bit of wine, vodka. But go check it out. They've got absolutely fantastic savings. In fact, last year, I bought a bicycle with the cashback I made from Snap and Save. It's like awesome. So take that banner off. At the beginning of this month, at the beginning of September, because I'm talking about September, I took an amazing trip into Cape Town with my kids. It was really fantastic. I'll just pop a little Instagram link over there if you want to go and have a look at the photos. So we went out to lunch at Cabo Beach Club. I had a 1,000 Rand voucher from a previous collaboration with them. So, they gave me a voucher and I went there with my kids. It was absolutely superb. It is a beautiful place. It's like right on the water at the waterfront. And you can see all the helicopters flying in and out, all the boats. It's like really like fantastic and beautiful. They've got a little pool and they've got all these like lounges and stuff. So you can lie around and enjoy your time. What? I want to buy my son a bicycle too. No, look, it wasn't an expensive bicycle. I think it was just under 2,000 Rand. But my goal with Snap and Save was to buy a bicycle. And I was just like, I got my goal. My next goal actually is I've always wanted a sewing machine. I've never learned how to sew. My mom always sewed. So I've seen her sewing and how, I've seen a little bit of what goes into it. But I've always wanted to sew. And I've now got my eye on this beautiful, it's a brother sewing machine on Takealot. It's like 6,000 Rand, but it's like an overlocker. It's electronic. So I think it's all like computerized and stuff. And I've got a number of cashback stuff that I use and surveys that I do. And I think I've got about 1,500 Rand towards it already. So I'm like super, super stoked. It's great for those things that you can't afford to buy, but you just, put that in savings and let them add up. So that's really cool. And then back to my Cape Town trip. So the Friday we went to Cabo Beach Club for lunch. Then we went to go watch the Barbie movie. Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. I laughed so much. It was really, really good. The Saturday, one of my best friends back from school days, she has a daughter the same age as my daughter. we were actually pregnant together, and we were going to give birth 2 weeks apart, but then her baby came early, so they are 2 months apart. So we went to her birthday party. My daughter slept over, and then on the Sunday I went to go visit Judy from Fun Mama SA, and I also hooked up with Lauren Kinghorn. She was also a blogger, but I don't think she's blogging so much anymore. She's more into coaching. So yeah, it was a really, really fantastic trip, but it was exhausting. I mean, it was jam-packed from the time we left here until the time we got home. And yeah, the timing, we had to go on that weekend because the original reason for the trip was my friend's daughter's birthday. But I didn't realize that the 4th of September, which is right after that weekend, is the same day that I started a course, which I'll talk about a bit later. The same day my kids started exams. And then the day after the 4th, on the 5th of September, I got sick with flu and I was down badly for a week. So it was really exhausting, and I took strain, but it was really a fantastic trip. Sure, lots of comments. Wow. Okay. What am I clicking on? Oh, Krista, you had your son's birthday party yesterday, even though it's only his birthday on the 6th tomorrow. Cool. Happy birthday to your son. I'm actually busy organizing my daughter's birthday. It's on the 29th. So yeah, we are like in total birthday mode month. So yeah, it's going to be cool. Okay. Let's take that off. I don't know if I've got anything else on that. And then exams and school holidays. I don't know how you moms survived, but for me, it was really rough. So my kids' exams, I was doing a course. I'm still doing the course. Plus, I was sick. It was absolutely brutal, but my kids did beautifully. One thing that was really stood out for me with this exams, time, was that my husband really came to the party, and it made such a difference. Usually what happens is like whatever my kids write in the first week, they ace. But then I lose steam with kind of riding them and pushing them to study and everything. So whatever comes in the second or the third week that they don't do so great in. And then another thing that always happens every term is like, I'm big on my routine and my rules and everything during the week, during school time. But anything from 1 week to 3 weeks of the school term, like everything goes out the window because I can't keep up. Like bedtime goes out. I cook late because I don't have the energy to get everything ready on time. So kind of everything just goes whoop in the last week or two of school. But because my husband helped out so much this time, I was strong. Like the Sunday before breakup day, I actually said to my kids, for the first time ever, I'm going to consciously say, let's just let all the rules kind of go slack. And it was a really, really good feeling as opposed to just not being able to keep going on. So that was really cool. But these holidays have been hard. We've had 2 trips, which I'll go to the next trip we took. So it was a trip at the beginning of September. There was a trip on the 21st of September. There was my course, there was exams, there was me being sick. It's just been so much. And I've actually felt so disconnected from my audience, from you guys, from my page, because I've hardly been able to, check comments, reply to people. It's just been kind of one thing on top of another. I'm really looking forward to the school term starting tomorrow because I am done. But also this week is starting off with a bang. So school starts tomorrow, but I have to take my son into Cape Town for a surgical procedure. And then he's going to be off for the whole of next week. And then Wednesday, my daughter goes on a school camp and she comes back on Friday. So it's kind of like, usually the first day of school means that I can relax and I can catch my breath and maybe take a day off. But this first week of school is going to be hectic. I'm looking forward to next week, Monday, when things are going to be calm and quiet and I can drink my coffee in the morning all on my own. So, yeah. Sarah, you can relate with it being so busy. think all the moms can't. There aren't enough hours in the day. Yeah, it's been absolutely brutal. I'm bombed, and then I'll talk about my one trip. So it's, it's like funny, my husband said to me, he said, wow, these school holidays have gone by so fast. And I looked at him, I said, have they really? Because of course he goes to work all day, but I'm at home doing a course and working and having kids at home. So it's a very different thing. And when we go away on holiday, we kind of just look after our kids in a different place. So it can be very tiring. So then, there we go. Kruger Park holiday. So when my daughter was born, she was a tiny baby. My husband said, I want to take her to the Kruger Park one day. So it's something that he's been wanting to do ever since we got married and had kids. And finally it became a reality, and it was like the most amazing holiday. I wrote a blog post on it, so you can go and check it out. So we left on Thursday, the 21st of September. We left at like 5 o'clock in the morning, or 5:30, drove to Cape Town, caught a plane from Cape Town to Joburg, hired a car and drove from Joburg to Malalang. And we stayed overnight in the Pastana Kruger Lodge, and it was superb. So that's just outside the Malalang gate. And it was just like the whole balcony of the restaurant overlooks the Crocodile River. And then they've got like spotlights, and they've got binoculars. So, if it's nighttime, you can shine your torch on the river. And my kids just spent the whole time while we were eating. They just came to the table, like grabbed something and took it back, and they were sitting with a torch. And we saw hippos and crocodiles. We saw hippos coming out of the river at night, which my kids were like, they were so stoked. And in the morning, you can see the whole river without the torch, obviously, because it's daylight. And it was so beautiful. And we saw again hippos, and we saw some boka and some crocodiles, and it was absolutely superb. So we had breakfast there, and then we got into the Kruger Park first thing in the morning. I think we got there. We would have liked to get there early, but of course your breakfast is included. So I'm big on food. So we got into the Kruger Park, I think just after 8. And so we drove around for most of that day, because you can only book in at your camp from 2 o'clock. We drove around, and it was so superb. We saw, during our trip, we saw elephant, rhino, giraffe, lions, a cheetah up a tree with a kill. A leopard up a tree with a kill. Just like, it was so amazing. Hyenas, it was so cool. We saw a hyena come onto the road in front of us, one, and then he was doing this funny thing with his head and making these sounds, and we're like, what is he doing? And next minute, all these hyenas came out of the bush, like running. So obviously that was the leader of the pack calling the rest of them, and they were like all around the car for ages. It was absolutely stunning. And then it was quite hectic, because we wanted to see the big 5, but we didn't see a rhino until our last day while we were leaving the camp, and we saw it going over a bridge 10 kilometers from the gate before we left. And it was quite funny, because all these cars were stopped, and we looked, and all we could see was, I think it was buffalo. We're like, okay, we've seen loads of buffalo. But like the whole way on the trip, we kept like, you're looking for animals all the time, and eventually your eyes get tired, and you see a rock, and you're like, stop. And then you're like, oh, it's a rock. It's a rock. It's a big rock. But when we drove over the bridge, just as we got to the edge of the bridge, where we wouldn't have been able to see anything, like if we went like 2 meters forward, I'm like, stop, that's not a rock. It's a huge rhino. It's not a massive rock. So we finally saw rhinos, so we could tick off all of our big 5. It was really good. And then one thing we got, which I really liked, is at one of the camps we got this Kruger Park map, and it is superb. It cost $110. So inside it's got like a map of South Africa. It's got maps of the Kruger Park, and then it's got like maps of all the camps and all the little roads. And then it's got like there's one map. Where is that map? So this one shows the whole of the Kruger Park, and then the other maps kind of break down all the bits. And then it's got a little, what's it called? identification. So you can mark off all the animals and the snakes and everything you see. And my kids love this, especially my son. He he would sit in the car and there's a bird like way up in the sky, like it's a tiny dot. Even if you had the best binoculars in the world, there's no way you could see what that bird is. But he'll see this dot in the sky and he's like, pass me the book, Mom. And he sits and he browses and he oohs and he ahs and then he ticks off some bird. So what we ticked off is certainly not always correct. But every time my son saw anything, he ticked something off. So yeah, this was really fantastic. It's also a beautiful souvenir to bring home. Yeah, and there were lots of funny moments as well. There was we stopped at this one rest camp and there was this beautiful hornbill bird in the tree. And I'm trying to get a picture, but the light's wrong and the sun is shining. So and then his head's turned. So I couldn't get a nice picture and I got so irritated and I gave up. And then we went and got some food and we sat down at the table. And next thing, this hornbill is there. He's obviously, that's his spot because he knows that he can get food. So it's after 10 or 15 minutes of trying to get a picture of this blimmin' bird, he comes and sits on my table. So yeah, it was really loads of fun. It was a lot of time in the car and my kids really handled it like absolute champs. But it was exhausting. Like I say, we spent every day, we got up at 6 a.m. and we spent until about 1, 2 o'clock in the car. And then we came back to the camp. We stayed in Skukuza camp. And then the kids swam for the afternoon. And then my husband went out every afternoon for another hour or two. And sometimes we went with. So we were there for 3 full days. And then the 5th day, we came and we drove. The 5th day we just spent traveling. We left at 6 a.m. and we got back home to Veldrift at 7 p.m. So it was a long trip, but my kids really handled it like champs. It was fantastic. And it was so nice. Also just, the close family bonding time, it was really, really spectacular, amazing. How was the weather during the holiday? When we left Cape Town, it was raining and there was this horrible freezing cold wind when we were at the airport. And when we got off in Joburg, it was hot. I think on the Friday, it was 40 something degrees. No, not quite 40, 39.5. It nearly hit 40 degrees. So it's not what I'm used to. I did melt a little bit, but thankfully we spent most of our time in the car with the aircon on. So we were good. And it was also, talking about the weather, it really was a lovely learning experience for my kids. They both are learning about weather and climate at school. And it was interesting to say to them, when we got to Cape Town, they were like, it's so cold. And I said, but you learned about weather and climate. So just wait, we're going to get off the plane. In 3 hours time, we're going to be in Joburg and take note of the difference. And then when we came back as well, it was, that was the weekend that there was all the flooding in Cape Town and the Western Cape. So, and we were up there with 39-degree heat. It was really cool. Oh, and the other thing is, it was my kids' first plane trip. And just watching their faces as this plane took off, the little eyes go wide. It was really, really super exciting. Any nice restaurants in the Kruger National Park? At the camp we stayed in Skukuza, there was a what's that steak restaurant? Oh, my brain. I can't remember. Maybe it's in my map book. Let me see if it's in my map book. There's a lovely restaurant. We didn't go there. Skukuza. No, it doesn't say what restaurant there is, but there's maybe you guys can tell me. My brain. There's also one in close by here. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, my brain doesn't always work that well. So there are nice restaurants, but we mostly, to keep the cost down, we mostly just bought bread and cheese and stuff and made sandwiches for the road. Bongi, and the costing, is that affordable with all the activities? Well, I think staying in the Kruger Park, I think going in, your entry is not that bad. I can't remember what it was. And I think the accommodation was not that bad. It was the flights that got us, because we had to fly from Cape Town to to Joburg. And then, of course, there was the car rental, all of that. But I don't know what the cost was because my husband paid for everything. All I had to pay for was the breakfast and the lunches. So I just got bread and cheese and rolls and stuff. So, yeah. Adele, what was the highlight of the trip? Wow. Sure. I wrote in my blog post, I actually listed all the highlights. There were like so many. Sure. I don't know. I think maybe the hyenas running around our car, that was epic. And then also, so we stayed in a tent and in Skukuza, and it was right against the fence. And every evening this hyena came and he paced the fence. And I mean, it was like, we were like 2 meters away from this hyena. It was really cool. Krista, you're 37 and never been on a plane. You gotta give it a go. What is the best time of year to go to the Kruger Park? I believe it's more, I think September, August, July. I think those were the 3 months. I mean, I might not be correct, but I know September was one of the months that is the most recommended time to go. Sarah, do you think you would go back to the Kruger or try somewhere else? Look, we don't go away that often, but when we do, it's usually like a little weekend away somewhere close to us. But we definitely want to go away again to Kruger Park. It was such an experience. We'll probably go again in about 2 to 3 years' time when my husband recovers financially from this trip. And yeah, it was really awesome. And Natasha asking, do you want to do this trip again? Definitely. But what we're thinking of doing next time is, the park is really, really huge. So what we're thinking of doing next time is actually driving from here to the park instead of flying, and then kind of, splitting the trip up there. So, maybe driving for 4 or 5 hours, stopping somewhere overnight, and making a real road trip out of it. And then when we get there, we'll kind of stay in a different camp. So we'll stay 2 nights in one camp, 2 nights in another camp, because the terrain of the park changes so much between the different camps you go to. So you get different types of animals in different places. So I think, yeah, we'll definitely do it again, but we're going to kind of go for a longer period of time and move around more. Megan, are there different types of accommodation? Yes, very much so. We definitely stayed in the budget accommodation. But I mean, there's some camps where you go to, I mean, you're paying absolute fortune. I don't think they're even geared up towards, people that have money in South Africa. I think it's geared up to like stinking rich international visitors, down to camp tents. And then you've got rondavels. So yeah, there's all different types of accommodation. Awesome. Natasha, road trip sounds like a plan. Yes, definitely. Megan, I see. So to move around is better so that you get to experience all the animals. Yeah, definitely. And I think also, you're only allowed out in the park at certain hours. So the gate only, so if you're in a camp, the gate only opens at 6 a.m. And then you can, I think the gate closes at 5 o'clock. So you can only be out on, looking for animals between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. But also that little time in the afternoon from, say, 1 o'clock, 12, maybe even 12 o'clock till 3 or 4, you're not really going to see anything because it's too hot. So you kind of want to go out just from 6 a.m. till maybe 12, 1, and then again in the late afternoon. And it also just gives you a bit of a break where you can swim and cool off and eat and whatever at the camp. But the thing is, the camp is so big, so you would not be able to drive from one end of the camp to the other end of the camp. So from one end of Kruger to the other end of Kruger in a day. It's all gravel roads. You've got to drive. I think max speed is either 40, 50 kilometers an hour, depending on where you are. So you won't be able to, if you stay in one camp like we did, you go out and you go that way, and then the next day you go that way. But you can't actually go that far because you've got to be back in your camp. So if you move from camp to camp, you can really just kind of extend the areas that you see, which is really cool. Awesome. So yeah, Kruger National Park is like, oh, fuck yeah, you just asked, when is the best time to spot animals? Either very late afternoon, evening, so between like 4 and 6, and then also first thing in the morning. So the best time to spot would be between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. And then from 8 a.m. till midday, it starts getting a bit warmer, so it's not so easy to spot the animals. But we spent from every morning 6 a.m. till about 12:1. It was like absolutely superb. So yeah. Oh, and the other thing that was really cool is that every camp you go to, and there's a picture, I don't know if there's a picture in my blog post, but I'll put it in one of my videos. There's a video on my blog post you can check out. There's a sightings board in every like picnic area and stuff. So they've got one map where it shows the day before and then a map for that day. And then when you stop at a picnic area, and this is something my kids loved as well, is you go check the board so you can see what has been sighted where, and you can also move things around. So if you've seen a lion, you can they've got a different color magnet for a different type of animals. So like, I can't remember what the colors were, but say for example, black is a lion and there's magnets on the side. So you can take the black one and you can put it, wherever you saw a lion on the road, so that the next people that come after you can see where animals have just been spotted. It was really, really fantastic. Of course, they don't allow anybody to, you can't put rhino on there because there's so much poaching. So, that's kind of like says to the poachers, come shoot the rhino here. So that was cool. Let's check out did you ever feel unsafe there? No, not at all. Obviously, you don't get out of the car in the camp unless it's out of the car in the park area. There's lions and hyenas. It just wouldn't be wise. And then within the camp, there's like the big camps, like Skukuza where we stayed, that's fenced off. So animals are kept outside the camp. But there have been times where animals have managed to get through the fence. So they do advise, if you've got small children, they shouldn't be running around like wild, because there is a slight danger. I think one of the camps had a hyena get in once. I actually include the links in my blog post. So you can go check out the news stories. So my rule with my kids was you don't run off anywhere. If you even want to go to the bathroom, you walk with me, because a lot of the animals will attack young kids, but not so likely like an adult male, for example. So it was really cool. There were also some rest stops that weren't fenced in at all. So, you're driving along and you see like a building, you stop there, there's no fence around it. And there were a couple of camps like that. And we saw, like, I went to the toilet, and as I come out of the toilet, there's an elephant right there. And I'm like, whoa, like it's huge, it's scary. So your kids must literally be stuck to your side and don't wander off, and just keep your eyes open the whole time. It was really fantastic. Cool. Megan, would it be safe for a 5-year-old? Yeah, for sure. I just do think that the age of the children counts a lot. And I've seen a number of comments, but everything's just going so fast. I think the age of the children makes a difference. Like, I know when I've been to the Kruger Park once before when I was about 5 years old, and we drove from Cape Town to the Kruger Park. I was 5, my younger sister was 3, my older sister was 7, and then we went with another family who had a daughter the same age as me, and then a 3-year-old, and I think a 4-year-old. So she had a 3, 4, 5-year-old. 3, 4? No, 2, 3, 5. And I don't advise that. Going with children that are so young, you're going to spend a lot of time in the car, and the little ones really have to run around. So my kids are. My daughter's turning 12 this month, and my son is turning 10 in December. It was, I think, the perfect age. I think if they were a bit younger, they would have struggled a bit. So yeah, mosquitoes. Rueda, did mosquitoes trouble you out there? Not too much, but I went prepared, and I've got on my blog post also tips for going to the Kruger Park with kids. Don't forget your mosquito repellent, because and your suntan lotion. So every morning we put on our suntan lotion and went out in the car, and then when we got back we put on suntan lotion again and went swimming, and then after swimming they came in and I'm like bug repellent from head to toe. Also, it is a malaria area, not high risk. It's a low risk malaria area. So yeah, I think you really need to make sure that you've got your mosquito repellent, and like take your hats and all of that. Somebody asked me something about what type of foods we had in the car. Mostly I bought rolls, and I made like cheese rolls or ham rolls or something like that. We ate a lot of biltong, a lot of chips. Yeah, it was really, really nice. Annalise, I burn just doing laundry. Exactly. I'm exactly the same. Did you suffer from any allergies? No, I don't suffer from allergies at all. So I don't have a problem. My kids don't really struggle with allergies. My husband has awful, awful allergies and sinus and all of that, hay fever. He actually struggled a lot when we got home. So we are in the West Coast and flower season is just coming to an end. So there's a lot of pollen and stuff out here in the West Coast. But when we got up there, he said he was absolutely fine. It was fantastic. So yeah, there we go. So I don't know what the pollen situation is up there. Oh, and someone said lots of water. Tandani said lots of water. Yes, we took lots and lots of water in the car. Oh, and that's the other thing with planning your trips is that when you get to a rest stop, you don't know if the next rest stop is going to be 2 hours away. I mean, you cannot stop the car and pee behind a bush. You might become a lion's lunch. So I don't advise that. What we did with our kids is every time we stopped at every rest stop, and every time we stopped in the park, I'm like, go to the toilet. And then I don't need the toilet. I'm like, go to the toilet and push something out. You make something come out. So I think that's really important. Angelique, I am a mosquito magnet. They just love me. Yes, I am too. The one mistake, I said we didn't really struggle with mosquitoes. And what I meant by that was I covered myself in bug repellent every day, and the kids, we were fine. But the one night I got bitten 2 places on my foot. And that's because I went and I had a shower, and then I didn't go straight to bed. I went and I sat with my husband outside the tent for a few minutes, and I got bitten in like that little 5 minutes on my foot. So yeah, maybe when you shower, put bug repellent on again and then go to bed. So that was a mistake that I made. Tandani, force the kids to pee all the time. No, I promise you, tell them they've got to produce something before they get back in the car. I mean, my son's easy. I mean, I suppose you could just pee out the window if you had to, or pee in a bottle, but for us girls, it's not so easy. And I made the mistake of drinking too much coffee the one morning, and that didn't work out so good because I spent 2 hours sitting there knaping, waiting for a toilet. So yeah, don't drink too much coffee and pee at every place you go stop at. That is an absolute must. So were there flies and is there rules with food? Yes, well, I mean, there's baboons and there's monkeys. Yeah, so no, there weren't a lot of flies. Hardly any at all, actually. And then food, you're not allowed to feed any of the animals. And then the camp fences, they said, like, don't feed the animals, like, so there's a hyena pacing up and down, like, don't give him a chop because, and the thing is with feeding the animals, and they made this very clear in the park, is that it's all nice and fun to feed animals. I love feeding animals. But if you feed the animals there and they become a nuisance, they become dangerous. And then the park has to put the animal down. So don't feed the animals. And also, you got to be very careful with how you package your food. So all the bins are like anti-baboon bins. They took me a while to figure out how to use. There was like a whole lift twist action. So yeah, there's very strict rules with food. Don't leave food lying around. Make sure you throw it away properly. Make sure the bin closes properly. All of that. Annalise, how was your overall experience? The Kruger Park, I was a bit worried because when I was a kid, my mom still talks about it today, how she was traumatized by young kids on that trip. And I was kind of mentally preparing myself that it might not all go so smooth. But from the moment we left until the moment we got back home, like everything, it was just absolutely amazing. It was really, really fantastic. So yeah, it was exquisite. Michaela, I bought, oh, what did I buy? We had 2 bug repellents. When we stayed in Pastana Kruger Lodge, they actually gave, you know, they give the little shampoos and the creams and stuff. There was a bug repellent. So I swiped that. And but I also bought bug repellent before I went. I can't remember what brand it was, but it was really good. But here's something cool you can do for mosquitoes. And this is something my mom figured out. We get bitten so much. Is Ingram Cranfer cream, but the herbal one. The mosquitoes hate it. And for a baby girl, I think that is really fantastic. And that's what I always used for my kids when they were little, is because, you know, you don't know how the bug repellent's going to be on their skin. It's so sensitive. But I mean, Ingram's camphor cream is fantastic. But yeah, they don't seem to like it. So give that a go. So many comments. I don't know who to. Oh, cool. Okay, so what else have I got? So I'm going to move off from my Kruger Park holiday. So here's something else exciting. I have been doing a course on SEO. It's by the University of Cape Town, and it's through Get Smarter. So it's an online course, and I've been absolutely loving it. So SEO is search engine optimization, and it's basically how you get people to find you online, which is very applicable to my business. But it's also something that I'm so passionate about, and I've been wanting to offer kind of sideline services to other businesses in South Africa. And I've learned a lot by myself over the years online. And yeah, it's like, the thing is that I don't know what I know and what I don't know, because I don't have any formal training or done any formal courses. And I don't know what I'm doing kind of cowboy style and what I'm doing correctly. So I don't know where the gaps are. So I decided to do this course. It's 10 weeks long, and it is amazing. I am now on module 5. There's 1 module a week. It's 10 weeks, so it's 10 modules. And I'm on module 5 at the moment. Module 6 comes out tomorrow. And yeah, I haven't really learned anything new, but it's a like wonderful validation of the things that I've already learned. I'm like acing all my assignments, and it feels so good. Like I've gotten 100% for about 3 or 4 of the tasks that I've had to do. It's really, really cool. That's the great side of the course. The downside is, oh my gosh, am I drowning? Like it's holidays, school holidays. We've been on a trip to Cape Town. We've been on a trip to Kruger Park. I've got my work. It kind of like every day I've got my to-do list, and I literally have to go like, what is it absolutely essential that I have to do today? I'm going to do that first. And like I've had to prioritize like there's nobody's business, and add in load shedding. And then last week our power was out for a whole day. There was some problems. So it was out from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I could not afford that day. It was like, then I had to go and like move around from friend's house to friend's house to 5 hours so I can work. And I've got my 2 kids following me. So it's been amazing. I'm really enjoying it. I cannot wait to get my certificate. But it's also been, the pressure has been insane, because you have to complete that 1 module within that week. So it's not like you've got 10 weeks to do 10 modules. So if you're not busy, you can kind of cram in 2 or 3 in 1 week. And then if you're really busy the next week, you can have a bit of a break. It's been like, and then also I had that Kruger Park was away for 5 days, and that was during my course as well. So I actually had to put extensions on for all those assessments, and it was like, wow. So yeah, I am halfway through, but I am super stoked and really loving it. See what. See, clear. Well done, Lynn. You will definitely ace them all. I hope so. I mean, it's always, there's more complicated stuff to come. So yeah. Vicky, I'm calling you Vicky for short. Do you have a routine that you follow? I used to, but it's not easy with load shedding. And my son's had some medical problems. So, like tomorrow, I've got to spend the day taking him to Cape Town for a medical procedure. So it's like you've got load shedding, you've got school holidays. Like, no, I don't have a routine. I'm just like get up in the morning and just do my best to get through everything I have to get through. It's a lot easier when the kids are back in school. So then I've got a good routine. I basically do my work and my course first thing in the morning and get as much as I can done on that. But like I say, I haven't been connecting with anybody because it's been hard to do anything other than my course, my work, and my kids. So yeah. Angelique, multitasking like crazy. Oh yes, you have no idea. It's been, whew. Natasha, all the best and well done. Thank you. Angelique, you got this. Yeah, I hope so. Adele, SEO, great direction to study. It is. And I mean, everything's online now. So if you can have a good sort of background in SEO, I just think it's a course that is absolutely fantastic. Krista, superwoman, working mom, wife, studying. Yeah. How I manage it all. Listen, I don't manage it all every day. I scramble most days and I make it in like by the skin of my teeth. Like I've got a module after this live video. I've got to get a module and finish my one module and finish my last assignment. And it's 10 pages. It's a long assignment. And I have to have that done before the end of the day. So I'm like, it's going to be tough. But yeah. Any tips on how to juggle everything? Eileen asks. I'll have to think about that. I think the best tip I have is from my mom. Lower your standards. Because like my house is a tip right now. There's dirty dishes, there's like the floor's dirty. You're not going to get to everything, so lower your expectations and your standards. And I think the other thing, also great advice my mom gave me, is when you're juggling, you've got all these balls in the air, there comes a stage where you look at it and you're like, I'm not going to be able to hold all these balls in the air. And she said to me, make a conscious decision which ball you're going to drop. Because if you're looking at this and you know that you're not going to keep all the balls in the air, but you just keep trying, Murphy says, if you try hang on to those balls, you're going to drop one that is really, really important. So yeah, my house is a tip. My house is dirty. It's going to stay dirty because when I'm finished this live video, I'm going to finish off I've got an email or two to send, and I've got, my competition images I got to send out, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to do my course. And if my house does not get clean today and it looks the same today or even worse tomorrow, that's fine. So I think it's about choosing, I've decided that the housework ball is just going to be dropped. I'm going to drop that ball and keep the important ones in the air. So I think that's really important. I can't do everything and I'm not going to try to do everything. So for the next 10 weeks, I decided my number one focus is my course. And after that is my work and my kids. I mean, my kids are important, but this course was expensive and I need to nail it 10 weeks. So there are my priorities. So yeah. And no, I don't hold all the balls in the air. I'm not superwoman. I drop balls all the time. So yeah. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, I'm done with everything. That's so cool. Yeah, I think the only other thing I've got is I just want to remind everybody that if you are struggling with money, and I mean, things are tight, things are so expensive, then there's a couple of really cool things you can do to save money. The first one is Snap and Save, which I spoke about earlier. I'm just going to pop a link to my review in the comments. So if you want to get cash back on your shopping, you can check out that review. And if you have not signed up with Snap and Save yet, and if you're new to it, then go and sign up using this link that I'm posting now. Get an extra 5% cash back, new signups only. You can also do, Where's my earn more Y-Cents? Oh, yeah, I didn't add this in. I should have added in. You see, I dropped my ball. It's okay though. I'm going to go get that link. Savvy Saver is also awesome. You also get money back. Savvy Saver on your shopping. And I've written a review on that. I don't have a cool sign up link, but just go sign up anyway. It's really cool. They work in slightly different ways, but you can go and have a look at that and see how you can make money. And then I also love earning money through surveys. That also contributed towards my bicycle. So there's a link to Y-Cents. I absolutely love Y-Cents. I've made quite a lot of money over the years. I've made over, I don't know how much I've made. Let me go have a look. I'll tell you exactly how much I've made on Y-Cents since I started. I've made $3,723 on Y-Cents. That is not bad. If you just want to sign up direct to Y-Cents, here's my link because, yeah, it's an affiliate link. I earn affiliate income as well. Oh, Vicky, I didn't share my beautiful dresses. Yeah, I've got such beautiful dresses. I'll share about them sometime. I really love the really long maxi dresses, floral. And I've got quite a collection going now. I've got like 5 or 6 dresses. So, yeah. And then I bought a lot of those through Amazon vouchers that I earned through Y-Cents, which is really fantastic. So yeah. And then I've got a couple of coupon codes. I know somebody asked me during the week, and I think I replied online about getting money back on breast milk jewelry. So I'm just popping the comments, a page to my coupon codes and competitions. Yeah, so there we go. And then I've also got competitions going on my website. I just need to have a moment to think about it. Yeah, I forgot to add the links to my top fan competition. Okay, so the competitions are the Paw Patrol hampers and the top fan, which I just have to actually add the link into my competition page. So yeah. Lizelle, have you done TikTok videos to earn? No, I'm not like very TikToky. I'm on TikTok. My daughter makes videos for me. She puts them together and stuff. But yeah, I'm not very much there yet. I mean, I do earn money from TikTok because sometimes people pay me to post stuff on TikTok, but I'm not like, yeah, I'm not big on TikTok. Do you sign up online with Y-Cents, Monique? Yeah, I've got a link here that you can join. Oops, I'm just going to pop it in the comments again for you. But read my review, Monique, because there's, I love Y-Cents, but just read my review. I popped the link in the comments. So there's certain things I don't advise you do. So you can earn in a variety of ways. You can earn through completing surveys, completing offers, playing games, and referring other people. Those are the 4 ways. The offers are not great. I would avoid the offers because they ask you to sign up for things like, for example, they say, sign up for this free trial and go past the free trial date, i.e. pay to earn. And I'm not keen on that. The other thing with the offers is they'll say to you, oh, do this quiz. The quiz is you've got to find the cat in every picture. And the first 2 pictures, it's like, there's the cat, there's the cat, there's the cat. By the time you get to picture 4, it's like, is there a cat? Where is the cat? And you might see a cat. By the time you get to number 10, there ain't no cat. And if there is a cat, I mean, you'd need a microscope to see it if you can. You will not find the cat. And then you've gone through all these things and you've wasted your time, you don't get it. And then the quizzes, they'll say, like, do this math quiz and earn $2 or something. you will not get that quiz right. You've got to get 100% for that quiz, or they'll be like, guess the celebrity, whatever quiz. You will not get that right. And I'm telling you that because I've been with YSense since 2015, and I have tried quizzes, and I have never, ever earned from a quiz, but I've spent a crap load of time trying to earn from a quiz. So yeah, the offers are not great. And even the games in that offer section, don't do those games. I've got a link here. Why make money with games? YSense. Okay, I'm actually going to put the link in here. So here, if you want to know how to make money with YSense, there's only one way I recommend you do it. And I've actually done a whole post on that so you don't waste your time. So I'm popping that into the comments now. So go check that out. See what else we got. Krista, you accidentally signed up for something that they never stated that will deduct from my bank account and had a struggle to stop them taking money out. Yeah, so it's not YSense that takes the money out, it's the offer. But if you read, there's always fine print. I mean, my thing is do not do offers unless it's a survey. So do not do the offers at all, except for surveys. Because yeah, it just looks so skanky. And also, like, I have never had an issue with YSense in my email address, but if you're going to go sign up for the offers of YSense, you're signing up with all these external things, and they don't have control over that. And your email address and all your contact details and stuff just kind of goes out. Yeah, there's a number of reasons I wouldn't recommend doing the offers. Yeah, just stay far, far, far away from those. Anthea, I'm looking for cash reward apps that actually pay to PayPal. I don't see many that do PayPal anymore. So YSense, they pay out via PayPal, via Payoneer, via Amazon gift card. So those are there are others, but I don't recommend them. Those are the three that I use. So YSense does PayPal, definitely. Oh, and someone said they're struggling with YSense. They struggled? Who struggled with YSense? Oh, Vicky. I tried YSense and I was struggling. Read my review. Everybody's going to struggle with YSense when you first start. It takes up time. You don't earn a lot. You've really got to struggle. But you reach a certain point where it does actually start working. So I joined YSense in 2015 and I left and I wrote a review that said, this sucks. It's a time waster. But I had other YSense members come and contact me and say, look, give it a proper go. And I went back in 2017. And like I say, I've now earned $3,700, which is not bad at all. I mean, that's like 70,000 Rand through YSense. So, yeah. Cool. Someone says, how does PayPal work? PayPal is also a bit confusing. So basically, a lot of places will pay you in US dollars, but of course they don't pay it into your bank account. So PayPal is like an international bank account sort of thing. So they'll pay you into PayPal, and then you take PayPal and you get that through into your bank account. How do you get the money out of your PayPal to your bank account? So Krista, I'm going to pop my review to YSense. Whoops. In here again, there's actually a video in there on how to cash out from PayPal to your bank account. So it basically is done through FNB. So if you don't have an FNB account, you can open up an FNB Transact account just to get your money into South Africa and then transfer it to your bank account. But if you don't have FNB and you don't want FNB, you can use Payoneer, which is actually a lot easier to use. But Payoneer is, there's different, read my review, it's all in there. There's different cash out amounts for PayPal, for gift cards with Amazon, and through Payoneer. So for example, PayPal, you only need $10 in YSense to cash out to PayPal. And when you cash out from PayPal to FNB, you can cash out that $10. The difference with Payoneer is that you can cash out $25 from YSense to Payoneer. But every time you cash out from YSense to Payoneer, they deduct $2 okay? And once your money's in Payoneer, you can only cash out from Payoneer to any bank account in South Africa when you have $50. So if you cash out $25 and then $25, you don't have $50, you've got $46. Or you can cash out from YCents to Payoneer when you have $52, and then the $2 gets deducted, and then you can cash that out immediately. So yeah, Payoneer is really cool, but getting to $50 on YCents, especially the first few times, is going to be brutally hard and long. So I hope that sums it up for you. There's lots of little bits and pieces, and that's why I put it in my my review. I've gone in depth there. Rebecca, a friend advised me to open F&B account, which is where I cash out my dollars. Yeah, that's what I've got as well. I love F&B. They are fantastic. And eBucks. Oh, I love eBucks. So that's also a way that I buy stuff online, is I use my eBucks on Take-A-Lot. Yay! Love Take-A-Lot. Love eBucks. Love F&B. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions about anything I've spoken about, if I've missed your comments, it really has been crazy with loads of comments. So feel free to send me an inbox message on my Facebook page and I will come back to you. I'll also go through the comments later and see if I can, just see if there's anything I missed. Cool. So now it is time for my Paw Patrol winner. And I can't remember where I went. Let's see. Sure, very, very busy here. I'm trying to just stop the comments from going so fast. Okay, I'm going to go for Dudu Falakazi. You have won the Paw Patrol hamper. Congratulations. Dudu, please just pop me an inbox message on Facebook with your email address so that I can send you an email and arrange your prize. Ladies, thank you so much for a fantastic live session. It has been so much fun. It has been so good connecting with you all. Like I said, I've just felt so disconnected the last couple of weeks. It's been really, really hard. Yeah, but as soon as my course is finished, I'll be back in action. Have a fantastic week and good luck with getting your kids back to school. Bye.